Hello, Adam. Love you lots. Sending you a big hug. Come by Oshawa so I can give you a hug in person. All right. I have so much to say to you. Um, I read your appreciation and I always think to myself, and I've tried so many times. I've written in the notes, in the comments under your appreciation, how can you say it better? And then I stopped writing that comment because there was no response from you. The thing I wanted you to understand is that there is something lacking in the way you appreciate. Your appreciation is not pure. And for the past many months, I have been, every time I gently say, how can you say it better? And I want to take this opportunity to tell you that you, when you think you're appreciating, you are not. You are pulling your vibration clearly in two different directions. And that's why you are where you are. That is why you're feeling that you take a step forward and then you take a step backward. Because literally that's what you're doing with your vibration. You're pulling yourself apart. Yes, you've made progress, but things that are really important for you to see movement in, I'm not sure where you are with respect to those things just now, but I see you doing this in your appreciation every time. You do a rant, I will not call it an appreciation. And what I want to do today is to take one of your rants apart to demonstrate to you what you're doing with your vibration. For now, I'm just going to go and look for one of your recent posts and sending you tons of love ahead of doing this surgery almost on your post, because I am going to tear it apart. One of the things that I want you to understand is that every subject is two subjects. And in your posts, you don't realize when you're focused on the wrong side of the subject. For example, when you say, and you said over here, I appreciate healing. Well, when you appreciate healing, you're actually pointed negatively. Because when you appreciate healing, you're first going to the fact that there was something to be healed and then it was healed. Instead, you can just appreciate the ability of your body to find well-being without your interference. Appreciate your body. My body functions without my interference. I love that. That is a more pure way of saying it. All right, so here it is from February 6th. I appreciate my new car. I appreciate having a new car. So I appreciate my new car. That full stop, and then appreciate it some more. What are the things that you like about this new car? Instead of saying I appreciate having a new car, because I appreciate my new car, I appreciate having a new car is less pure. Because having a new car is now pointed a little bit towards the fact that you did not have one and now you have one. So there's no point in ever going backwards, because what we want is to go forwards. So not nitpicking, but yes, I am nitpicking, because I want you to generate a pure vibration going forward. And a pure vibration going forward would not use those words, I appreciate having a new car. No need to say that. Just say, I appreciate my new car. And here are the things that I appreciate about it. I love the smell of new car. I love the color. I love the seats. I don't know what features you have, but that would be a true rant of appreciation. All right. I appreciate taking the time to appreciate. That's good. I appreciate finding another way to move the gyros in my vehicle. Okay. I appreciate starting to feel so. I appreciate finding another way. That was good. That's pure. Appreciate your creativity. Appreciate that creativity comes from source. Spend more time there. Those are pure things. I appreciate starting to feel that I love myself. That is not appreciation. That is actually negative, because you're saying that I did not used to, and there's no need to say that. Your words imply that I'm starting to feel love for myself, something that I didn't have before. A more pure way of saying this would be, I love my I love my ability to love myself. I love myself. I love myself. I am amazing. I love who I am. And that could be a rant on its own. It could be a rampage on its own. So you're saying these things, but they're tainted, they're not pure. And each one of them has the capacity to become a rampage, but you're not milking it. I appreciate the printer being a photocopier too. Oh, sorry. I appreciate Scott having a printer in his in his office. I appreciate the printer being a photocopier. I appreciate healing. We already talked about that. I appreciate my time with Chris yesterday. What do you appreciate about Chris? Describe Chris with appreciation instead of just leaving it there. I appreciate his advice and guidance. That's good. I appreciate having met Riley this past weekend. I appreciate... Why? Why do you appreciate having met Riley this past weekend? Milk it. And what I want to say to you is, I teach this, and I kind of stopped and then I didn't want to say it, but I will say it because I feel like it. And I do what I feel like doing. I appreciate his advice and guidance. Sweetheart, the only advice you need is advice that comes to you from within. And yes, there are people who give you good advice, and that is a good thing, because the universe uses other people to bring you the information that you need. But referring to it, you don't need to refer to it, because when you refer to the advice and guidance, you refer to the problem. And there's no need to do that. Instead, you could say things like, I love spending time with Chris. I always feel better when I spend time with Chris. I love Chris's wisdom. I love the way Chris helps me to understand things. Forward. Point forward, not backwards. And then you see, once you hit that spot, then you go negative, because I appreciate getting to work safely. Well, you don't have to bring safety into the picture, because saying that you got to work safely implies that there was some fear, and you're looking back at the fear and then saying, despite my fear, I got to work safely. No. I got to work on time, and I really appreciate all the universal forces that help me to get to work on time, or whatever. But safety implies the lack of safety. So don't do that. You see what I'm going for? You see how... And then you go completely negative, because then you talk about, I appreciate loving myself more and more, which is fine. But then you say, I appreciate how much I have healed and grown. No need. I appreciate my new understanding about how the world works is a better way to say it. So I'm not saying, so don't misunderstand. I'm not saying that what you're saying is wrong, but what I'm saying is you need to reach for a purer vibration. And once you capture that pure vibration, you need to milk it instead of leaving it hanging there and moving on to another subject. There was so much to be milked here that you never stopped to milk, and you just kept moving to more and different subjects. Okay? And I guess I'm going to stop here because this really is a very long thing that you've written, and I just wanted to put the idea across to help you to understand what is pure appreciation. And the thing that is most important in pure appreciation is to generate positive momentum. But when you jump from one to the next, to the next, to the next, you don't stay there long enough for positive momentum to start playing a role there. And then you go zigzag, zigzag, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, one step forward, one step back, one step, two steps forward, one step back. And that's not how you generate any positive momentum. You see, the reason we appreciate and the reason I recommend doing these rampages of appreciation and the reason I recommend doing the 4-step process is that as you end the 4-step process, your momentum goes whoosh. Your positive momentum lifts you higher. But when I read what you have written, there's no movement. There is zero energetic movement forward. You start and you finish in the same energetic place. That is not the way appreciation is supposed to be used. So I'm going to stop here now. I'm going to send you tons of love. I am witness to the fact that you have learned a lot. But in moments, we forget all our learning because we get caught up in things that have happened. And there's no need ever to look back. Forward. Only and solely forward. All right, my love. I leave you with that for now. And I am here to help you should you need my help. Bye for now.